Okay, now we're going to go ahead and look at number 8. So we're going to take the sine of difference of these two angles. So I'm going to label this A and this one B. So we have inverse sine of negative 4/5. So this, again, O over H. I'm going to go ahead and create this. Since it's negative again, it's going to be in quadrant 4. My opposite side is going to be negative 4. My hypotenuse is 5. That makes the adjacent side 3. Angle B, tangent, opposite over adjacent. So let me draw that out. It's positive, so it's got to be in quadrant 1. Opposite side is 3. Adjacent side is 4. Hypotenuse is 5. Okay, so we use these two pieces of information to draw triangles. Now we're going to go ahead and evaluate. So we have sine of A minus B. Okay, so the formula we're going to use is sine of A cosine of B minus sine of B cosine of A. Okay, so sine of A, opposite over hypotenuse, negative 4/5. Cosine of B, adjacent over hypotenuse, is 4/5. Minus sine of B, opposite over hypotenuse, is 3/5. Cosine of A, we have adjacent over hypotenuse, 3/5. Okay, so we have negative 16 over 25 minus 9 over 25 will give us negative 25 over 25, which equals negative 1. Alright. So very similar questions, just a different formula that we're using because this one's the sum, this one's the difference. Okay, next page. Now we're going to look at double angles. Okay, so here we're going to take the cosine of 2 times this angle. Okay, this is going to give us a triangle out of all this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pepper up that cosine in 2. We're going to focus on the inverse tangent of negative 4/3. So remember, tangent's TOA. So since it's negative, it's got to be in quadrant 4. So opposite is going to be 4, adjacent is 3. Now we just have to figure out which one's going to be negative. So it looks like the 4 would be negative since it's on the negative y value side. Okay, so 3, 4, 5 triangle. Okay, so essentially what you have is cosine of 2a. And we learned last time that the formula for that is cosine squared of a minus sine squared of a. Okay, so cosine of our angle is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, so 3/5. We'll square that, minus sine squared, which is opposite over hypotenuse. We'll square that. So we get 9/25 minus 16/25 gives us negative 7/25. And that would be your final answer for that one. Okay. Let's look at number 10. I'm going to label this B. Okay, so cover up sine in that 2. We're going to focus on this inverse cosine of negative 3/5. So again, this is adjacent over hypotenuse. Now cosine can only be in quadrant 1 or 2. Since it's negative, we're going to cross out quadrant 1, draw our angle in quadrant 2. Okay, so our adjacent side is negative 3, our hypotenuse is 5. So this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle, so I'll put that 4 there. Since this is on the positive side of the y-axis, we're going to leave it as a positive 4. Okay, so we're going to have, this problem is basically sine of 2b. Okay, and we learned last unit, the formula for this would be 2 sine of b cosine of b. Alright, so sine of b would be opposite over hypotenuse of 4/5. Cosine of b is adjacent over hypotenuse, so negative 3/5. Remember, this is really over 1, okay, for that 2. So 2 times 4 times negative 3 would give me negative 24. 1 times 5 is 25. So my final answer for that question would be negative 24 over 25. 11 and 12 are half angles. Again, we're not going to do half angles, so we're going to cross those out. All right, and that's it.